Okay, so it took me, I think, like 10 minutes of torture to turn the language from Japanese to English. I don't think it was very hard, but I did it. This is the second time I do it, and I think it's, I don't like going through this process, to be honest. I wish that Vaio, they recognize that some people actually are buying even, I mean, I mean, I don't think I have to impose my point of view because this product is only meant to be sold in Japan, but they did make an US based keyboard, so I think they can just make something like they can make the process a bit easier. They can make it like, I don't know, the startup in English or a choice to make it like in English. Anyway, it just took me 10 minutes to do this, but of course I did it before, and before I think it took me like an hour to do this. So I just had to look on my previous video how I did that. In any case, I was just playing with the laptop. The first thing, it's a very nice laptop. What I think could be done better is the click here. It's really, look at this. I mean, if someone is sleeping and you're working on your laptop, then you can wake that person up. I don't know if this thing matters to a lot of people, but I just don't like this click a lot. I think it's a huge click. Maybe I'm being oversensitive to this issue. I don't think I have a Vaio S, by the way. The Vaio Pro, by the way, I think has the same problem, but the Vaio S is a bit smoother when it comes to the click. Anyway, that's the main thing that I saw so far. By the way, look at the bezels. I think the bezels, they can be a bit smaller here, and not a lot smaller actually, but they can be a bit smaller. For some reason, Sony and Vaio, they like bezels. I have no idea why. Many companies have moved forward. Dell is an example on how, because with their XPS 13, they moved the bezels completely, like almost completely in their XPS 13 version. But Vaio and Sony, they still, even on the tablets, for when it comes to Sony, they still use bezels a lot. I don't know why they like them. I think we can. I don't think they look ugly, but I think they take some space, and the laptop can be even smaller. But again, I mean, mind you, this is an i7-5557U processor, so that's a very powerful laptop. I don't know if they can fit the laptop, because if they make the screen smaller, then this body has to be smaller. I don't know if it can fit anymore, the hardware inside it. So let's take a look at the specs. So we are running Windows 8.1 Pro. It has the i7-5557U processor. You might be wondering, I mean, again, I think I mentioned this before, that the Vaio Z Canvas is actually has a much faster processor than the Vaio Z. And the reason for that is that they're using a quad core processor. This is a double core processor. The other one is a quad core processor, and it's like a bit higher on the voltage, so it's like more powerful. So yes, I mean, if you're looking for more power, then the Vaio Z Canvas is the way to go. I don't think I need more power, even if you use this as a developer, but maybe as a designer, you're probably gonna need a bit more power. The thing is, I prefer this one over the Vaio Z Canvas, because the Vaio Z Canvas is more for tablet, and less, for me at least, is more of a very powerful tablet, actually. It's super extremely powerful tablet than a laptop. The Vaio Z Canvas is actually is a competition to the Microsoft Surface, which I think I think it's an unsuccessful product from my point of view. I don't like it. I don't know why people like it. I don't know why many people like it. I think I don't think you can do anything with it. But the thing is, the Vaio Z Canvas is actually a machine that you can do a lot with it. that you can do a lot with. And what I really don't like is that the keyboard again is disconnected from the screen. But the thing is, again, this is about the Vaio Z and not the Vaio Z canvas. So let's continue here. So we have, again, this is a 16 gigs of RAM. We have, this is a 64-bit operating system, which is obvious because it's Windows 8.1. These are the phone numbers to connect to if you want to call support in Japan. Of course, hey, tell them, hey, I bought this laptop, I don't know, like, and I want support from you. Of course, they're gonna probably help you. By the way, I think they are really helpful because I think someone from Vaio actually commented on my first video. So I think these people are nice. I really want to give them business. I really want to, you know, help them thrive because I think this is a very, very, very nice machine. Of course, yeah. So I have right now 439 gigs. That's SSD too, guys. It's not SSD. It's like, I think it's like 30% faster than normal SSD. I think it's actually 50% faster than normal SSD. I'm not sure, but it's much faster than normal SSD, by the way. So and it has like, it should have 512 gigs, but you know how they calculate that the 1 billion bytes is a 1 gigabyte. Well, it's really 1 billion something that is a 1 gigabyte. So I lost probably like 50 to 60 gigs because of this calculation. So right now I have 469 gigs in total, and for 439 of these gigs are free. So what else? So we talked about the bezels. We talked about the. By the way, I can't tell you how much nice this thing is. It's just this is metal again. This is metal. It's not plastic, and it feels heavy. It's not heavy again. It's 1.34 kilos, but it feels heavy in a nice way and not in a bad way. I can't wait to start working on it. This is going to replace my Vaio S machine, which is like a three-year-old machine. The Vaio Pro is gonna be used for emails as it is being used right now. I'm going to make a small comparison when it comes to you know, probably you know, weight and height. I don't know if it calls height. It's just thickness. Let's call it thickness between this Vaio and the Vaio Pro, which was until Lenovo. The Vaio Pro was until Lenovo released the Vaio V, was the lightest machine on the market. By the way, there was even a lighter machine which was the Vaio X, but the Vaio X was more of a netbook. I think it's not real. It wasn't really a netbook. It was more than a netbook, but it was actually, it you would say it was a netbook. But the Vaio X was, I think, was like less than the Lenovo Lavi Z when it comes to weight. But again, I mean, Lenovo is not really a very old brand, and I don't like their products. I think it's like cheaply made, and I bought several machines from them, and they all like had problems within, like hardware problems, by the way, within the first couple of months. So this is the Vaio Pro. Usually I'm very clean when it comes to my machines, by the way. I don't like how this one has a bit of scratches, but this is the Vaio Pro. Let's put them together. We'll try something right now. Let's close this one. I'm going to, I don't know how to put it in a way where you can see it. Just 1 second. By the way, in case you're wondering, the Vaio Pro, look at this. The Vaio Pro is even is not as thick as the Vaio. Actually, it is. It's probably, I mean, we have to compare it when it's like this. So it's like in the back here. It's like one, let's say 1 millimeter. The Vaio Z is 1 millimeter thicker than the Vaio Pro, and on the back it's the same thing. Very nice machines. Again, this is black. By the way, when you buy this machine from Vaio, the Vaio Z, they tell you it's black. Again, it's not black. This is silver. This is not silver. I'm sorry. This is light gray. They have a silver version, by the way, but this is light gray. It's a very nice light gray. So don't expect black if you're buying black. I don't know. I mean, how they can put that, because it's not really black. It's actually a light gray. So how did I order this machine? I think this is a question that many of you guys asked in my previous video, and so this is again the Vaio Pro. By the way, just to make things interesting, let's look at the Vaio S. That's the Vaio S. It looks a much bigger machine in every aspect. That's my Vaio S. This is the Valve machine. It has 500 gigs of hard disk. It has an i7, I think 3 something. I can't remember what the processor on this machine is, but it's an i7 processor. It's a very powerful i7 processor. It's an M processor, by the way. It's not a U processor. And it's slightly slower than this one. Even though it's like 3 years old, it's slightly slower than the new Vaio Z, because this is an M processor. M processors are much faster than U processors. Again, but this is much slower than the Vaio Z Canvas. This has 8 gigs of RAM. It's very quick, except that the hard disk activities are a bit slow because it doesn't have SSD. This was before the era when SSD was very mainstream. I do have a Sony Vaio Z that I bought nearly at the same time when I bought this one, and the other one had SSD, but it was like $1,500 more expensive than this one. I think I bought this one for like $1,100 or something like that. The other one was like probably $2,700. So how I probably the question that most of you are asking right now, how to purchase this machine. The first time I purchased this, you know, I was a bit depressed when Sony decided to close their Vaio section. So, and I was a bit happy because there was like the Vaio company that lived in Japan. So I thought, hey, maybe they're gonna come back to Canada and the United States at one point. I can buy it from them here, and they did. But in any case, so I browsed the internet. I browsed Google a bit. So how do I purchase stuff from Japan? And I think the first thing that probably I'm making a lot of ads for this guy, but for this company, I don't know if it's a guy or it's a company, but because I deal with someone called Ninja when I'm buying this machine, and it's crazy because I've sent this guy a lot of money. So a guy called Ninja, I sent him like a lot of money, and I wasn't sure of what's gonna happen. So, but in any case, so I browsed the internet. I found a website called Personal Shopper J, and here's the process. So you choose an item. You don't buy it. You choose an item from any Japanese website like Vaio.com. So go to Vaio.com, choose the item that you want, which is Vaio C. I used Google Translate, by the way, to translate the. I used Google Chrome, and Google Chrome automatically translated the pages for me. So and then I contacted this person. And I told him, hey, this machine is going to cost this much. How much will you charge me? So he gave me an estimate, and I okayed the estimate. That was the first time I dealt with that person. And so he invoiced me through PayPal. I paid immediately. And he gave me a discount, by the way. That's the nice thing about it. He gave me a lot of discounts. Gave me several discounts actually, and so I bought the machine. I actually sent him the money. He bought the machine. the machine arrived to his premises, and then he repackaged the machine. He didn't open it, by the way. He just opened the outside box the first time. The second time he left the outside box. In any case, he repackaged the machine and he sent it to Canada, to me. Usually the process actually took, both times it took for the item to arrive to Canada, it took like 2 days. Thing is, the item then is held in customs. It's not really held in customs technically, because it's like released within 15 minutes. The most important thing is that you guys declare the actual amount of what you're buying there for, and it's good. You're gonna the item will clear immediately, because some people declare items as gifts, and this is where they get stuck in customs, and sometimes they penalize you or just take the item. I don't know what the customs do in these scenarios, but just don't do that with customs. So just declare if you really want the item. It's a very expensive item. Just you have to pay how much you have to pay the dues on the item if you want to import it to like Canada or the United States. I don't know, Canada you have to pay about 15%, I think, of the price of the item. The United States, how much, I don't know how much you have to pay for the price of the item. I don't know about other countries. I know that many, like from the comments that I received, I know that many countries, probably many people probably in the Gulf and in the Arab Gulf, they actually want to buy this machine and they don't know how to buy it. So just go to Personal Shopper J and buy it from there. So I think that's it. I'm probably gonna do a serious review of this machine once I use it, because this machine I'm intending to use, it's gonna be my development website, my development machine, and it's so I'm probably gonna I'm going to use it heavily. So expect a review of this machine anytime soon, probably in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'm going to probably review also the Vaio Duo machine, which I bought a long time ago. I have never used. I'm going to unbox it. I'm going to review it. The Vaio Duo machine, by the way, it has the same color as this one, but just it's like it's a machine that I don't know if it's practical, because I have the 11-inch model, I have the 13-inch model, and I don't know if it's practical or not. Now the question is, I mean, do I intend on as you probably noticed, I like collecting laptops. I'm a laptop collector. I only buy new laptops. I don't buy used laptops. So probably my next machine, the next machine I'm going to buy, even though I'm hesitant to buy it, is the Vaio Z Canvas. Why I'm hesitant? Because I'm not sure I'm gonna use it if I buy it. That's the thing. I don't want to buy something that costs like $3,000 and not use it eventually, because I mean, I don't think it's a nice thing to do. People are, poor people out there, and I'm buying laptops for. I don't think it's a nice thing to do. So yeah, let's tune in, and next time I'll have to review the Vaio Z machine, and after like probably several weeks of development. Yes, so thank you.